Y'all,
Diego Chera.
I really think that he is the missing piece for that Portland
He really
team.
is.
I'm just saying. What is up, everybody? Welcome to This Week in MLS presented by Target. No Calen Carr today, but I have good news. We have Stephen Keel sitting on the couch instead. Stephen Keel, our social media guru for MLS, host of Ultimate Keel.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here.
Calen shipped me his jacket to wear in his honor.
You do look very Calen-esque right now.
So thanks, Calen. I'll dry clean
Right,
before
Calen is in the UK right now doing some movement stuff. He's movementing. Sent me a little video just to rub it in. But we hope he's having fun. He'll be back with us soon. But Keel, this is how we start the show, right?
Okay.
We do our TWIM takeaways, which is our sort of general takeaway from the weekend. And as our guest, I would like you to go first.
That is so...
I'm very polite.
Susannah, you are the bestest. So this weekend, I had the fortunate pleasure to be at Red Bull Arena to see the Red Bulls defeat Portland 4-0. And the thing that struck me most was a young lad, 17-year-old homegrown, wearing number 17, and he scored in the 18th minute. So close.
So close.
Ben
So
Mines,
close.
right? The hype train, I know a lot of people jumped on that. Toot, I am all aboard that. The kid was dynamic all week or all night, running at the defense. But Susannah, for me, what was most impressive, the moment wasn't too big for him. So many times we see these young kids, they come in and sometimes they'll hide from the game. Not Ben, he was driving at the defense all night long. A fantastic performance, and what a dream debut.
Dream debut. I feel like we're seeing a lot of young guys kind of just taking these moments and owning them, and it's really exciting so far.
Young guys, too.
I'm into it. Also, let's give some love to Luis Robles, who had an incredible game, shutout on the day. Red Bulls looking really good, playing really well right now.
Absolutely. The only team to keep
board.
a clean sheet this weekend.
I know. Look at that. Impressive. Look at you dropping knowledge bombs.
Good job,
love
Luis.
it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so my TWIM takeaway is the other team in this rivalry, this NYCFC team that we're talking about here. They played the LA Galaxy at Yankee Stadium. They walk away with the 2-1 win, all 3 points. They are now one of 4 teams in the league who are 2-0 to start this season, along with Columbus, Vancouver, and LAFC, which we'll talk about later. But the guy I want to talk about, Jesus Medina. One of their young new signings. This guy, he played a part in both goals yesterday, kind of the orchestrator, if you will. When they took him out in the second half, Patrick Vieira said he was not happy, did not want to come out, and he loves that because that's always a good sign from your young guys. But he is a really, really special player. So fun to watch yesterday, Keel.
He is so dynamic, and he gives them a little bit of a change where you have guys who can connect passes and stuff, ring in there, but he is dynamic with his first touch, really drives at the heart of the defense, and that technical ability to find that final pass. There's only a handful of guys in this league that can do that.
I know. He's going to be so fun to watch. A really, really nice addition for that team. We also have to give some love. Shout out.
Oh.
Where's my shout out counter? It's around here somewhere. Shout out counter to Mr. David Villa for his 100th cap with NYCFC. They gave him the little jersey before the game, 100.
Yes.
Looking really sharp. He was fantastic as always. He just scores goals. That's what he does.
You can't say, I mean, I think it's one of those, you can't say enough nice things about that guy.
No.
On the field, delivers game in and game out, total package, works hard defensively, sets up, creates, scores goals. Off the field, the guy's a stud in the locker room, in the community.
We're lucky to have him
Really.
in MLS, aren't we?
Super lucky. We're super lucky. Yeah.
Love. David.
Love you.
David.
Need it.
All right, so last week we asked you guys to get in the comments, and you certainly delivered. So right now we are going to look at one of the comments that we got. We have a question from One Lost Muffin. Hello, Lost Muffin. I hope you found that muffin, first of all. But Keel, he asked, he decided to follow the MLS for the first time this summer since there's no hockey on.
Right.
Chose to follow RSL. Did he make the right choice? This is a very timely question right now.
Very timely question. I think he asked it before this weekend's games. And my answer is still the same as yes. You made a great decision. One Lost Muffin. What a name, by the way. For a couple reasons. One, the team itself is fantastic. You got a good mix of young players. Albert Rusnak, Jefferson Savarino, dynamic young players who create, they score goals. But you also have the ability to watch 2 living legends in Kyle Beckerman, Nick Rimando.
Yep.
I think Nick Rimando leads the league most minutes played by a player ever. Kyle Beckerman leads the league in most minutes played by a field player. They've been in this league since 2000.
They've been there forever.
And if you saw anything about the press conference after the LAFC game, one of the probably the most entertaining coach at MLS.
I love
Mike Petke. Fantastic guy. He wears his heart on his sleeve. You definitely made a good choice.
I agree. I'm going to say that you made an excellent choice. RSL was one of the teams that we were the most high on coming into this season for exactly the reasons you mentioned. The young talent, Mike Petke as head coach. Now, if you're basing this decision solely on the result from this past weekend, don't panic just yet. I don't think this is indicative of the team that we're going to see this season. I mean, they got absolutely shellacked by LAFC 5-1. Right. Mike Petke, after the game, his press conference, he apologized to fans. And he was like, I'm at a loss for words. This is, not generally something you want to hear from your head coach.
You never want your coach to apologize for your performance.
Exactly. It just seemed to me, Keel, in this game, they kind of got away from their game plan. It was almost like they ran out of ideas for LAFC. It felt like a preparedness thing. And so, like I said, I don't think this is indicative of the RSL team that we are going to see this year. There's plenty of time, so don't panic. One loss muffin.
Correct. And the one thing with RSL was their back line was an absolute mess. They were so easy to play through. And I think Mike Petke, a former center back himself, he'll make sure that's cleaned up going in this weekend. So make sure we are A-OK. We're A-OK. We'll be okay there.
Ended on a positive.
In Salt Lake.
So, as I mentioned at the top of the show, Stephen Keel is the host of Ultimate Keel, which is another show on YouTube that you should definitely check out, where he plays FIFA and does well sometimes. Sometimes maybe not so much, but you're getting better. I feel like you're improving.
Right.
Is the important thing here.
I'm improving every game.
Exactly. So in lines with that, what I would like us to do now, we're going to pick 3 players that, based on their play from this weekend, we would want to put on our FIFA team. How do we feel about this?
I like that.
I like it too.
I like that a lot.
I'm glad you're on board.
Yes.
Should I kick it off?
Yeah, why don't you start?
I'm going to kick it off.
Thank you.
All right, so the first guy that I would put on my team, my FIFA team, LAFC's Diego Rossi, who had just another monster weekend, 3 assists, 2 goals. He now has 3 goals on the season, including the game winner in their first game against Seattle. He has played a hand in every single goal that LAFC have scored this year. LAFC has just been surprised everything. They have come out of the gates just on fire. They have been so much fun to watch, and Diego Rossi has been just the biggest part of that, I would say.
He is so enjoyable to watch. He is fantastic, dynamic, so good. So, on top of that, I'm going to keep it, it's not really, I can't find any similarity between players. Basically, I'm going to go with Ethan Finley from Minnesota United. 2 goals in their win in Orlando, big 3 points on the road. He actually had a hand in all 3 goals. He actually caused the penalty. That doesn't matter though, because at Ultimate Keel, it's okay. As long as your team wins, we're okay. But second goal, game winner, fantastic. Another young player, rookie Mason Toye. Great flick. Miguel Ibarra slides the ball across, and a dynamic run that Finley deservedly with the game winner.
Love Ethan Finley, and a nice result for Adrian Heath too,
Absolutely,
to go
back home.
down
Absolutely.
to Orlando, get that win. Okay, so the second guy I would put on my FIFA team is Mr. Kai Kamara of the Vancouver Whitecaps. He scored his 100th MLS goal in their game against Houston. That was a 2-1 win over Houston, and he just seems to be fitting in very nicely into this Vancouver system. He's scoring goals. That's what he came there to do. Really happy for Kai. Put him on that team.
There you go. For my second player, I got to go to probably the most exciting game of the weekend. SKC's Chilean DP, Felipe Gutierrez. 2 goals on the weekend, including the game winner, a total team goal, back heel Meg goal. Felipe, you're on my squad.
That game was intense, by the way.
Amazing.
7 goals.
Yeah.
And Chicago coming back, they went down 2-0, and then they came back and they were ahead 3-2, and then they lose 4-3. It was just all over the place.
Roller coaster of emotions.
Whew, yeah, still coming down from that one. Okay, so my third guy that I put on my FIFA team, Mr. Giazzi Zardes, who had 2 goals in Columbus's 3-2 win over Montreal over the weekend. He now has 3 goals on the season, which is more than he had all of last season put together, which is pretty crazy. I'm really, really happy for Giazzi. I think that he's doing nicely in Greg Berhalter's system up there.
Fantastic.
It's, you know, they're asking him to do exactly what he is supposed to be doing, you know, and it's great to see. He had kind of a step back in LA, and now he's performing like we thought he would.
Sometimes you just need a little change of scenery to kind of re-spark things.
Exactly.
So Giazzi, fantastic start. For me, I'm going a little bit down south to our friends in Atlanta, Miguel Almiron. What can you say about him? Such a player. Full display yesterday, a goal and assist. He was dynamic, orchestrating the offense all day long, had an absolute banger for his goal. Miguel, who I will have on my ultimate team, you can bet your bottom dollar.
Yes.
Fantastic performance all around.
Atlanta, man, that was more like it. I feel like Atlanta fans were a little panicked after that first week of the season, and now it's like, whoo, whoo.
All
okay.
73,000 of them.
73,000 people, are you kidding me? Unbelievable, bananas. All right, so we're moving on to a new segment on the show called Flow Show.
Oh,
yes.
I like that. Oh, I have to.
And this is about, I mean,
okay,
it's so appropriate
let
that
me kind of get ready for this one. Okay.
So last week on Flow Show,
yes,
we talked about soccer hair, and one of the guys that we highlighted was LA Galaxy right back, Rolf Feltcher, who has, let's be honest, a fantastic head of hair. I mean, it has to be said. He's got the curls kind of like you. He rocks the man bun.
Yeah.
And we were lucky enough to have him in studio over the weekend and get his take on our thoughts on his hair.
This guy's like an actor, model.
He was born to be on.
I feel like you can't be on the Galaxy if you don't have a good Instagram and you're not good looking.
It's a prereq.
Like tattoos,
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
This guy looks like Sebastian
No, he's
Leggett, like
perfect.
average, just like a Joe Schmo.
He's totally perfect. He's totally perfect. You've got the man bun in right now. Is this how you always play? Do you ever let it go?
I had
play?
always like that.
Yeah.
Before I just did it now like a half year ago.
Okay.
I start to play like that because just
easier.
I feel like I don't feel my hair, and sometimes when they are too long, they come in the eyes.
I get that.
So I think it's okay.
Gotta keep it off the face. So
when I'm free, then I can let it open.
What do you use in your hair when you let it go? Like, do you use any product? Are we talking a little gel, a little styling cream? What's going on?
Actually, I don't do nothing with my hair. Sometimes I put a little bit L'Oreal.
L'Oreal, just right through there.
Just to don't let them so dry. So it's just that.
He's blessed. Yeah. He's naturally blessed. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I mean, what else can I say? That man bun, he's not terrible to look at, Stephen Keel. I'm just going to throw that out there.
His hair, he's got great hair.
He's great hair. And you would know.
Yeah, well, I don't.
It's not dissimilar.
Well, he's got a lot better hair. I think he takes a little bit better care than I do. I saw, he mentioned the products he uses.
Pretty mainstream.
I kind of just use a little bit of good old H2O in this bad boy. Just put it under the shower. I kind of give it a good shake. This is different level.
I've been so excited to bust this out. So I have to give my my colleague Andrew Wiebe a lot of credit for this, because he's the one that did a Google search and somehow found this Ken doll, this like hipster Ken doll with a man bun and jorts that looks exactly like Rolf Feltcher. Does it not?
I honestly, when you pulled that out, I thought you had someone made this.
I know, it really does look
level.
like him. It's incredible. So this is going to be our newest prop for the This Week in MLS set, and we're just gonna set Mr. Rolf down right there.
That is amazing.
He's a little off kilter, but he looks good, right?
What a great guy.
I know, he was awesome. He was really fun.
He deserves his own Ken doll.
I know, and thank you so much for coming in, Rolf, and having fun with us. That was great. Okay, Keel, ready?
Yes.
It is. I know you've been looking at that.
Yes,
button
I want to know
right
what this
there.
is for.
I want you to go ahead and hit that button.
Did you see that?
There it is. There it is.
There's the guy.
There's the guy.
I know that voice.
Simon Borg. All right, so this is our Did You See That? And this year, we used to kind of choose our Did You See That's, but this year we get to experience the Did You See That's as like an audience member. So we're seeing it for the first time too. So let's roll it.
All right, let's see what we got here.
What do we got? Oh gosh, this is, okay. Orlando, Minnesota. What's happening?
Is there something, is there a bug on the screen?
There is a bug on the screen and it's driving me nuts.
Can we get some wipes on that screen? What is that?
Who's in charge here?
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you.
Good job, cameraman.
Good grief. I feel like that took him way longer than it should have to address it.
I mean, I'm not a producer, but wouldn't you think that like maybe you see like your main cameraman's got a bug on his thing that we can maybe switch to a different, or switch to a different camera.
Switch to a different view.
Maybe we highlight.
Get it together. Come on.
Jason Christ.
Get it together. Get it together. All right, we have another one, so I'm going to hit it again.
Okay, you want, oh, did I almost steal your thunder? Sorry, I'm just going to sit back in the corner.
Rude.
Sorry. Did you see that?
I forgive you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, second one.
Yes.
What do we got? What do we got? Oh.
Penalty.
Penalty.
Good save.
Good save. And
ooh, classy. Uh-oh, I feel like we got something coming here.
That was shout. Okay. Oh, it's the team goal celebration.
Plata loves these little.
Yep.
Okay, they're doing.
Oh, they do. Yes.
Push.
Right.
Oh, team push-ups.
Yep.
Oh, that's fun. Well, hey, why did Kyle? It looked like Beckerman only did one, huh?
I think he cheated.
I think. Listen.
To be fair, like they're playing a game,
right?
You know, like push-ups are that's a lot of energy.
That is a lot of energy.
I mean, how would you do it? Would you commit to it?
True fact, I would always do 10 push-ups before I played every game.
Really?
Really kind of, like, hey, listen, I mean, the jerseys are tighter now, they're a little bit slimmer, like, sometimes you're on TV, you want to make sure, like, hey, you want to
keep it tight.
Listen, you want to make sure these are good.
Keep it all tight. You look great. I know you're still playing in the Thursday night league.
Thursday night league, yeah. No, I'm no Rolf, but,
Who is?
Dreamy.
He is. We're just gonna keep him right here. Keel, that's it. We did it.
We did it?
Yes!
Oh my gosh, this is great.
This was so fun. I know. You can sit back, relax. Thank you so
Relax.
much for filling in for Calen. This has been great. We've loved having you. Come back anytime you want.
Thanks, team. Calen, keep your seat warm, pal. This is great. You're fantastic. This is awesome.
Oh, God, I'm so happy you had a good time because I had a blast. Guys, get in those comments. Let us know what you want us to talk about. React to what we said here. I'm going to be in there. I'm going to be getting right back. So people are like, that's not really you. No, it really is me. You guys, this is part of my job. So make sure you let us know what you want us to say. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next week. Rolf says bye.